Hi everyone, I'm Deanne from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome to my Flosstube channel, Stitching on the Rock. We are at episode 63 and it's the 30th of November. It's my dad's birthday. He passed away about 15 years ago, but we still celebrate him on this day. And I guess I wanted to come and spend some time with my friends on this day. Thank you if you're new and checking me out for the first time. I hope you see something you like and that you will subscribe. Welcome to my new subscribers. I've had a few more since my last video, and if you're a long-time subscriber, hi, welcome back. What's been going on in the last 2 weeks? Rain, and more rain. Yeah. For those of you who are interested, in November we've had 23 days with rain, and we've gotten 303 millimeters, which is about 12 inches. Yay! I'm to the point where I'm like this close to wishing it was snow. The only good thing about rain is we don't have to shovel it. Life has been, regular everyday stuff. Got a haircut yesterday. It's looking a little shaggy today. I had to run out and do a couple of errands this morning. Aaron is plugging away at school. He's got a couple of tests this week and one the following week, and then on Monday they're starting Spirit Week. Kind of hard to get in the Christmas spirit when you're still studying for tests, but every day they dress up in like Christmas characters, or Monday is all white. They've got a ugly sweater day. They've got a Christmas in July where they wear Hawaiian shirts day. That kind of fun stuff for the next 3 weeks. And then every day they have a category of food item or other, like toiletries or whatever, baby stuff for things like that they bring in to donate to the food bank, which is a great idea, and I really support that idea. What else has been going on? We've been watching the Grand Slam of Curling's here in St. John's. We couldn't get a ticket. It was sold out, but I'm home warm and toasty in my house watching it on TV. Our local boys, the Team Guju, squeaked into the playoffs for today. Hopefully they'll be doing okay. I think that's everything. That's like all my Christmas shopping is done. I still have to wrap a couple of things, except this is a bit funny. I had a great niece born in June and one born in August, and I went out last week with my sister, who is grandmother to one and great aunt like I am to the other one, and picked out some clothes for all of the little ones. She's really good at holding something up and saying, yeah, that'll fit. However, except the 2 little babies keep growing so fast that the 2 sizes that I bought and have got wrapped, now my sister's thinking we should have went with the bigger sizes, so I just ordered the 2 bigger sizes online, and then I have to unwrap the other 2 and decide which one am I keeping, which one am I returning. That's it with little ones. They blink and you'll miss them and think that they've grown 2 feet. So everything, got the decorating, got the tree put up yesterday. Put my things up in my windows. This morning it was dry for a couple hours, so I got the garland out on the rails outside. I haven't put the lights out yet. Get that done next week. I ordered another tree, a second tree that I'm just outside of my craft room, which is on the top floor of our house. There's a little landing, and I bought a pencil tree, and I'm hoping that eventually I'll have enough Christmas cross-stitch ornaments to decorate the tree. But it comes with little pine cones and berries and that on it, so it will look nice even if I don't get it decorated this year. I do have some decorations downstairs. 2 years in a row I went kind of crazy and decided I was tired of traditional Christmas and bought lime green and pink and so I may take that out and put it on the tree, that tree this year, and eventually that will disappear and the cross-stitch ornaments will increase. And I think that's everything. I guess everything else is just regular old housework, work, the not so fun parts of life. So let's move on. First of all, Apologies to those of you that sent me your addresses. I know most of you are in Canada, so you understand. There's a couple that are outside of Canada, but I have everything enveloped up. But Canada Post is on strike, so we're not getting mail and we're not able to send mail. But as soon as they say yes, they're accepting mail, it's all here to go. Off to you guys. Oh, sorry about that, guys. That was my mom. We're trying to get these Spirit Day, what he has to wear on different days, straightened out, and she had talked to a friend whose husband had a tropical shirt that Aaron could wear, so she called to tell me that she found one for me. So on to oh yes, I told you I had all the packages that I packed up waiting for Canada Post to give me the okay to mail them. I have not heard from 2 people. I have not heard from Janet Fraser 8317, who won the Love Crazy pattern from Lizzie Kate, and I have not heard from VIRPIR 2453, who won some of the 2024 charms. So if you guys can get in touch with me, my email and my Instagram are in the drop down box right below. You can email me or message me on Instagram to send me your addresses so I can get yours ready. And this is the last call. If I haven't heard from you by my next video, I'm going to throw them back into the giveaway bin. If anyone else wants to follow me on Instagram, it's Deanne_Stitching on the Rock. And I think that's all the house cleaning. Yeah, I think that's everything. Let's move on to stitching. Big shout out, well, Flosstube first. Big shout out to Ro and Kylie from Ro's Crafty Corner, who gave me a lovely shout out on their last video. If you haven't watched theirs, go check them out. I'll link them below. My plans today are because of them. They got me, either gave me a good thing or a bad thing. We'll see how it goes. A couple of excuse me, couple of Flosstubers that I want to shout out. A new one, Night Owl Stitcher. She's Nicole. She's got only a couple of videos out, and she needs some support for her new channel, so I'll link her below. And one of my all-time favorites, Angie Slowly Crafts, who is in Edmonton, so fellow Canadian Flosstuber. She does a lot of full coverage. She's got a lot of WIPs. She posts almost daily on Instagram on progress on her WIPs. She's got one that everybody loves. We've nicknamed it Squirt. It's a little turtle. So sweet, and I love it every time I see progress on it. Yeah, she's been a favorite of mine since I found her channel. And anything else? Oh, almost every Flosstuber I know has put up a video in the last 2 days. So I've got lots to watch, and I'm a couple of days behind on them because I've been running around trying to get some things done when I can. So, my WIPs. First up, I started the last house in the PNP 6 houses Sal for 2024. I never know if 2024 goes before on one of my Sals and after on the other, and I never know which is which. But I'm very pleased with myself that I kept these up. I have until the end of December to finish this last one, and I'll put a picture up. It's Candy Cane Cottage. I'm stitching it 1/1 on 28 count Monaco that I dyed with some petal pink. And here we are. I got the front of the house done, and now I'm working on the side. So I really think that's cute. And I have to fully finish the 3, I think. The last 2 I did, and this one. But I'm going to try and get that done before the end of the year. I just need to say I'm not stitching today. I'm fully finishing, and that just doesn't seem to happen. I don't know why. Next up is Little Things Sampler by Stitches Through the Years. I'm doing it 1/2 on 36 count light mocha. Here is where I am with the whole thing so far. My plan is to try and get my plan is to get this side down to where this side is by the end of the year. I hopefully will do it. My thing is, I cannot find my thread list. It's here in my room somewhere. I said it's a good thing you guys only see this much of the room. You don't see what's down there. Right now it's a little bit of a disaster area. So what I have been working on this since you saw it last is this section right here. Oh, let me make sure you get to see the whole bit. So this section right here. So the last time you saw it, I had oh nope, sorry, still not seeing it all. This section right here. So I had this motif outlined. So I have put in the white and the yellow in that one. I have outlined and putting the white in this one, and I have outlined and putting the white and yellow in that one. And that is what I have done since you saw it last. Now, my full coverage WIPs. First up is Mini, Almost Winter by Leonid Aframath for Heaven and Earth Design, stitched 1/1 on Star Sapphire. Since you've seen it, I've put in 300 stitches? Yeah, 300 stitches, and I'm at 4.07%. It's stitched 1/1 on 28 count Star Sapphire. So my goal is to get to 15%. So I have 0.93% left to go before the end of the year. And I'm hoping that that will happen. So here is what I have done so far. So my 300 stitches went into some parts in between these trees and this little bit of black, which is the start of a tree on that side of the design. And I have completed the whole, from here to here is the whole width of the pattern. So here we go. Next up is River's Edge by Kevin Daniel for Heaven and Earth Design, stitched 1/1 on 28 count lichen gray. Since you've seen it, I've put in 200 stitches. I'm at 24.28%. This is for my son. I'd like to have it done by the time he graduates. He told me that they had a meeting for the grade 12s last week, and I think he said prom was on June 24th, which is really late. I'm surprised it's that late. I was hoping to get to 50% by the end of this year. I'm at 24.28%. Not going to happen. If I can get it over 25%, which I shouldn't have any trouble with, I'll be happy. If I don't get it done for graduation, his birthday is at the end of July, or there's always Christmas at the end of the year, but it will be complete next year. So since you saw it, I've done 200 stitches, which wasn't much, but here we are. This is what I've got done completely. My 200 stitches went into there's some light blue in here, and I continued down his neck, the black in his neck there, and that's where the 200 stitches went. And I have a couple of threads that I have to trim on the back of it. And finally is Mini Sunflower by Marion Broom for Heaven and Earth Design, stitched 1/1 on 25 count daffodil. Since you saw it last, I put in 1,109 stitches, and I am at 84.31%. Here we are. Ta-da! And so I'm stitching on this today. And so since you saw it last, I brought it over and did this bit, filling in this corner that I frogged before. I've also done a little bit in the petals right here and a little bit more in the center. And yeah, so it's really still goal to get it finished this year. And I'll have a week in December to work on it, thanks to my plans. And thanks to Ro and Kylie, they mentioned that the Facebook group WIP Warriors was open for new members, and I went and joined, and I thought, well, we'll see how it goes. I was in a challenge group this past year, and this year, and I just ended it about a couple of weeks ago because I didn't really enjoy it. Someone invited me to it, and I stuck out for 6 or 8 months. But it's a team-based challenge, and I know some of the ones on WIP Warriors I think are team-based, but they would put up the challenge, and it was more like your group was making things and buying things and building things, and so you needed say fruit, apples and blueberries and blah 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 and you needed supplies of that to make something else that someone else in a different team needed for their group. So you'd say, oh well, we need 600 apples, and so you'd stitch your 600 stitches, and when you'd go to post, you'd have someone else would already have posted for the apple, and then you're like, well, where did mine go? And everybody was, I like it where, okay, this is what Deanne needs to do to get her goal, whether it's picking apples or whatever it is. Deanne has to stitch 300 stitches to do this, and then Deanne has to stitch 500 and so that I don't have to worry about someone else. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well, but I hope that makes sense. So I joined, and they had for the thing for starting in next year, because I thought, well, I got lots of stuff to work on next year, but they have a little challenge they had in November, which I ended today, and I took part in it, and I liked it because this is the steps that I have to do to get to the end of the challenge. And then there's another one in December, which is to work on one WIP that you really want to make progress on, which is sunflowers, obviously. So I joined. Now if anyone's interested, I don't know if the group has closed for new members yet or not. I haven't seen a post on it to say that they have closed it, but I'll link it down below in case anyone is interested. And for next year, they have 3 groups that you can choose from to do either no new start or 25 and 25 or stitch what you want when you want, which is the one I joined because I knew next year I was going to have a lot of things that I wanted to stitch on. And I'm sure that some of them will help with the challenges too. Anyway, that's my plans so far. I did film my little short of previewing my starts for January. It'll go up tomorrow. I haven't looked at it yet. I did it with the camera down, so you just saw the patterns. This is what I'm starting on this date. This is what I'm starting on this date. No, obviously short, no extra information. I'll talk about all of them and the fabric and the threads and all of that in my regular Flosstubes, but I did the short to preview a month ahead so that if anyone wanted to join me with any of the starts, or if you had a project I'm starting in your WIP pile and you wanted to stitch along with me on the week that I'm stitching it, or if you had something else by that designer that you wanted to stitch on from your WIP pile, stitch on it for the week that I'm stitching. Obviously hashtags in Instagram are not working anymore, but I will post when I start each thing, and if you want to comment and say I'm starting it along with you, or I'm working on this from my WIPs, or I have this design from that designer, so I'm going to work on that this week to join you, or you can comment on my videos when I post them up. What else? Yeah. So that will go up tomorrow. Either the one I've already filmed, if I look at it and decide, yeah, okay, that's fine, or I'll redo it this way today and post it up tomorrow. My WIP parade I usually do on my Flosstubers, which is the 17th of January, but where I'm starting all these things next year, I'm going to try and get it done in December, maybe Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. We'll see. Aaron goes with his dad Christmas Day after supper, so it might be an evening video, or I might get it done the closest day to that date when Aaron is with his dad, so I can take the time and do it. Yeah, I think that's everything, I guess. Think so. Anyway, I will see you in a couple of weeks with a regular one. I'll see you with my short. I'll see you with my WIP parade. Anyway, happy stitching. Have a great day. Bye.